Hi, welcome back to IM4GOD Movement. I'm Charcy Curtis. If you have just tuned in and we are on episode 11, you have to go back and check out the rest of it. We're hoping that each one of these podcast platforms are helping someone out there. Now you can locate us on all your podcast platforms. And, the basic of this whole thing, the IM4GOD movement, is just for people to understand that God is still doing the same miracles he was doing in the Bible today. And now I'm putting a face with testimonies. I'm allowing people to come and tell their own true testimonies. And today I have a true friend that I met in church, and she has an amazing testimony. Of course, we all do, but we know testimonies is to help someone else. So therefore, I hope that these testimonies is helping somebody out there, letting them know if God will do it for them, he can do it for you. So today I'd like to introduce lovely Lalette.
Thank you.
A friend of mine.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I remember that day I first seen you in church. Mm-hmm. It was you and your boys, and y'all, to see her, I thought her boys was her brothers, okay? And, I remember the Spirit just saying, watch them. Right. Not knowing they were your sons, mm-hmm. And I love the way they was doing work in the church, and how your boy, one preach and one at a young age, and one play the drums, and and I was just like, wow, this is a good thing, like right. they have their own love for God, you know what I'm saying? And I remember you turning back and saying, I like your jacket.
Yeah.
And when you said it, I was like, okay, thank you, Right. And the Spirit said, give her a shirt. Now, anybody know me? When the Spirit tell me to give something, I always go to God and be like, listen here. Now, you done told me to give out this, but I be obedient.
Right.
And I didn't know, what I'm saying? I really did not know why God had told me that until later on. And I wanted you to share with the people that by me asking you, I asked you for your sizes. Mm-hmm. I remember that. And when I asked you for the sizes, I remember giving you the shirts, and you came back and you had told me your son had surgery coming up.
He was supposed to, yeah.
Yeah, but tell the people how, like I said, God, you just never know how God is going to do what he do. God is an amazing God. He does what he wants to. But tell the people what happened when you, that morning, whenever y'all was getting ready for surgery, because y'all had surgery. The doctor done did x-rays, everything, and he was due for surgery. Right. Yeah, tell them a little bit about that story.
Okay, well, first of all, when I first met Charcy, me and my kids, we were just coming from homelessness. Mm-hmm. And I was also addicted to drugs at that time, just losing my mom. Mm-hmm. And then that following year, I lost my biological father on Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. So I was depressed. I was going through a lot of things. Mm-hmm. So right now, I don't look like what I've been through. But God.
Ain't he amazing?
But the thing is, when I was going through all that stuff, we had just moved from Rayford to Fayetteville, and that's when I met her. And not knowing, right around that time, it was time for my boys to have a musician appreciation service. And she came up, the second time I think it was, she had someone else to come up to me and was like, you needed to talk to me about something did we have what we need for the service? And I was like, who that girl? Because mind you, I'm just coming from homelessness. I didn't have nobody, even though I had family. But God will put you in situations sometimes to where he will put you flat on your face.
Oh, yeah.
Where he'll let you know, I am who I said I am. I am Alpha and Omega. I'm in the beginning and the end. It come through unless it come through by me. So now you have to depend on me.
Oh, yeah.
So when I went through my homelessness and all that, I said, okay, God, what is this? What is this? So the prayer that I had prayed, I was like, God, it doesn't even matter about me, as long as my boys are presentable. Because the home that we was in Rayford, it had mold. I'm not ashamed of anything. So the county had told us to move out immediately. But the county did help us from, a small part of time, helping me with the hotel rooms and stuff like that. But God also then showed up through my neighbors that the house I stayed in, the house I was in, they would help me. They helped me get my kids back and forth to school because I was working and getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning from a hotel room. And then my kids got to be to school. Lord, how I'm going to do this every day? God, how I'm going to do this? God, how I'm going to do it? So eventually with all that transition, we moved on to Fayetteville. So when I prayed, I said, God, just make sure my boys are presentable. So when you came, I'm not used to that.
Right.
I'm not used to nobody else. If anything, I'm used to people taking from me. I'm not used to can I help you? thank you.
Right.
You know, not can I help you, but I need you to do this. You know, because God don't work like that, first of all. So when you came to me at first, I was adamant. I was like, nah, I don't know that shit. You know, like, whatever. You know, she just trying to get at my business. You know, that's what I was thinking. But when I finally became humble, I was like, okay, God. And when you came to me and asked about this service, you didn't know me. You didn't know my boys. Like you said, when you met us, you thought I was their sister.
Yeah,
you know?
I did.
And you didn't even know our story then, that we were just coming from homelessness, like literally.
And it wasn't for me to know, because God has a way of, you know, letting you know that I'm here and I'm still God all by myself. And
Absolutely.
I don't need nobody to do nothing. I'm going to use who I want to use, and I'm going to use a stranger. 9 times it's always going to be a stranger to come to you and do something. It's not going to be a family member or nothing. It's always going to be a stranger to come give you confirmation and know that he is the one behind it. You don't never focus on the giver.
That's it.
You focus on the person as far as him.
Right.
You know, so when you know that it's him, it's easy to receive it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I didn't know why God was saying, bless y'all with the church. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't know your son had surgery up. You know what I'm saying? And you told me after the fact. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, when you said, I was like, okay, God, that's why you had me bless them with the shirts. But, you know, elaborate a little bit on the fact as far as that morning when y'all was getting ready for the surgery.
That morning for the surgery, my son said, Mama, let's wear our IM4GOD shirts. I said, okay. So on the way, we both, all three of us had on I had 3 boys, but 2 was with me. And we had on our IM4GOD shirts, the black and gold ones. And we walked in, and everybody was looking and stuff. But before we went in, we prayed as well. So when we went in, the doctor came in. We was snapping pictures before the doctor came in. I was like, IM4GOD. I'm hashtagging on Facebook. IM4GOD. I pray for my boy. I pray for my son. The doctor come in there and look at, you know, his foot, what was going on with him, because they was trying to say my son had diabetes at a very young age, borderline, and his feet, it was like a black looking color, like basically saying it got into his feet. And I'm like, devil, you is a lie. My son is too young. But that day when we went, y'all, my son's feet wanted discoloring. It didn't look. They looked like a normal foot. It wasn't swollen or anything. When I say, me and my son, we looked at each other. He said, oh, ma'am, this not how this was a couple of days ago. Because, you know, when you go for surgery, they'll prep you the day before. You can't eat nothing to drink until after they do what they do. So he didn't eat. He was so hungry and everything. But anyway, when the doctor came in and he looked at it and took his vitals and all that stuff, because he prepared him to go ahead and have his surgery, he was like, there's no need. I was like, huh? And when he showed me the other x-rays, and from that, when they took the first x-rays to then, I said, my God.
Oh, yeah.
And that was overnight, y'all. That was overnight. So when I tell you God can do it, and God will bring people to you that you would never think, you know, but you'll never think that he using them, but God can use anybody. He can use, and one thing I can say with my life story, the struggles. Oh, yeah. Now, you know, like if you have a job and you're working hard to get whatever you want, I know this may sound weird, but if you know my story, you'll understand this. My struggle, I had a struggle with God. Oh, yeah. Because at one point in my life, I stopped believing. Because God, I was like, God, why are you taking everybody I love out of my life? And keep in mind, I was instilled in the church. My mom was a pastor. My stepdaddy a pastor. My grandma preaches. And my aunts, my uncles, everybody in my family are church people. You know? So when with the committed suicide and all that stuff, you go on, you know, to something, you know. I tried, you know, with all that, going through my depression with the homelessness and all that stuff. I was sitting in my bathroom one day. I waited till my kids left, and I sat in my bathroom and I just cried. And before my kids left, I hugged them. I said, I love y'all. They didn't know what I was going through. And I sat in my bathroom floor and I closed the door and I locked it. I was ready to slice my wrist, take my God, I can't do this no more. But keep in mind, when I was going through all the homelessness and all that stuff, I had stopped believing. Now listen to this. It's instilled in me that it is a God. I was raised that way. But I stopped believing. I'm ready to take myself out. I heard a loud knock around my house. And I'm like, oh God, who is that? But it was my aunt at my bedroom window knocking on the door. Now, I can't say that's a reason why I'm here right now. It wasn't my time. God said no. But keep in mind, I'm still not believing. And when she came in the house, she told me, she said, get up, get ready. She have a catering company. She said, get up, you finna come and help me. My aunt to this day, and probably when she sees it, she'll be like, that's what was wrong with Lovely. But that's what I was doing. I was about to take myself out. But to say this, when this instilled in me, and then with all that I went through, I stopped believing. That's why I say it was a struggle for me. I worked hard to be where I'm at right now. I am for God.
Yes. Yeah. People don't realize that you go through things things. You know what I'm saying? We all go through things. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
and
right.
they think just because you was raised in the church and your mother was a preacher that you can't, oh, it's no way, it's no this, no.
Right.
But you go through the most.
Right,
He
right.
tests you the most. You know what I'm saying? The
then when
devil
you would see-
especially.
if you would see me then, even when I was homeless and all that, when you first met me, you didn't know that.
It wasn't for me to know.
Because my head was still held high. I still say, I got this. Not knowing when I'm going home at night, I'm crying. Or wherever I'm going at night, Lord, where we going to stay at the next day? God, how I'm going to make it? But let me tell y'all something. God made a way every day. And I won't even believe in him no more. God let me know, though, I am who I said I am.
Yes. And he'll do that. He'll do just that. He'll remind you, because at the end of the day, you was in a space where you just felt like, you didn't think he believed in you anymore.
I didn't think I was worthy, sis. You know why I didn't think I was worthy? Because God was instilled in me, but I disappointed him when I gave up.
Oh yeah.
But guess what? When I thought I was giving up, he was still standing there. That's why I like that footprint thing, because the whole while God was still carrying me.
Yes.
He never gave up on me.
Yes.
I might have gave up on him, but he never gave up on me. I didn't feel like I was worthy. On cocaine for so many years, watching my kids leave out, because they had a lot of. My kids have been playing keyboard and drums for a while. They're very talented, not just saying because they're my boys, but you already know.
And it's a blessing when your boys bring you back
and
to
my
church.
Kids, I got tired of watching my kids. I'm sitting on the living room couch. I'm drinking. I'm drunk. I'm high. I won't even hide it no more. I didn't care. And my kids going up, Mama, you going to church with us today? No, I'll go next time. I kept seeing that and seeing that. And I was like, I can't keep doing this to my boy.
Right.
So that's when, around that time I was still going through my depression and all that stuff. I said, you know what, I need help.
Yeah.
And then I started seeing therapists. And they diagnosed me with manic depression. And I went to my appointments for maybe like a month. But that last appointment I had, I was sitting at a table, look just like this. And I remember what the therapist told me, write down things from my childhood to now, because saying something about my childhood or whatever, but I was just going through a phase of my life. And I heard something tell me. Now, I always would hear voices, but I'm thinking I'm going crazy because I'm on drugs. Who these voices I'm hearing? Now I'm tripping, But no, that was God standing by me the whole while.
Yes,
and I'm not saying, I was on drugs, but God still used me. So if anybody out there doing drugs or whatever, it's wrong, but you keep praying. You keep holding on, because God will hold your hand and walk with you.
Yes.
He will be that light for you.
Yes.
He will show you the way, but you got to want it. If you don't want it, then don't waste his time.
Yeah.
Because he's too good for that. He didn't waste his time dying on that cross. He didn't question nobody to shed that blood for you. Understand that?
Yes.
Okay, so with that being said, I heard something say, it's just life. It sounded like my mom's voice. It said, it's just life. Okay, you'll be all right. You know what to do. That's what I heard. You know what to do. You know what's instilled in you. Keep in mind, y'all, I'm still not believing. God done took all this from me. He don't love me. That's what I'm thinking. But he's still keeping me. He could have took me then if she ain't worth it no more. But I was worth it. I was. So when I heard that voice say, get up, you know what's instilled in you. I was writing the therapist, and I stopped and I looked at the therapist. She said, what's wrong? I said, you know what? It's just life. I'll be all right. and I walked right out. And the office wasn't too far from my house because I was staying downtown. And I went home. When I went home, y'all, I don't know, it felt like I was light. I'm a big girl, but I felt light. It felt like that depression spirit was off of me. So I thought then, but the devil always try.
Oh yeah.
That's his job. He ain't gonna win. But when I walked in my house that day, I fell out on the floor, on my face, and I prayed. And when I say ever since then, when my kids say, Mama, you going to church with us? Yes. A matter of fact, I become, they get home from school, y'all, see who, look on Google, on Facebook, see who got church tonight. I'm asking them who got church tonight.
Right.
And now when I see my kids look at me and they can smile, because kids know.
Oh, yeah.
They might didn't know what the drug was, but my kids are when they eyeball to you, Mama, when you come to church, when your kids asking you to come to church, you rather stay home and get high.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
That was something.
Yeah.
So when God got me back to believing in him, and trust this, make this clear, You don't have to prove. God ain't got to prove nothing to you.
That
He
part.
already did, you know.
Yeah.
But for him to still take out the time and say, I'm not going to give up on Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how much Lovely gave up on her,
Right.
I'm not going to give up on her.
Right.
And God killed me. That's why today I was stand by the brand. I am the brand. I'm for God.
Yes,
because
yes.
the struggle has been real. And I deserve to be for God because he always been for me.
Yes.
Always.
Yes. And it's funny because I remember that day whenever your boys did have Appreciation Day at church.
Yeah,
and I remember.
And thank you. That looks so nice.
But that was all God.
Yes,
And you know,
yes.
I remember you telling me about a dream you had.
Yeah. I had a dream because now I'm believing in God again.
Yeah.
So the voices, everything I'm hearing, I ain't crazy. Okay, God, I'm finna listen to you. Let's get it.
Right.
So I had a dream that night before, and I was like, and I was praying, like, God, how I'm gonna get what I need? And God always tell me, I got it. It's okay. Because once you pray one time, ask God, don't keep asking him the same thing over. He
that
heard you
again.
first time.
Yeah.
It might not be on your time when he gonna give it to
on
you.
his time.
But you better have that faith for that mustard seed to make it work.
Yes,
Because he gonna
yes,
make it
yes,
work.
yes.
So in my dream, I was like, okay, God. And well, you know, this first time when you came to me and asked me what I need, but I still didn't, how you got me to tell you the sizes was God told you to give us a shirt. I still didn't comply to
Right.
what you was trying to do. But you still, God still had you coming to me to make sure I get my
You're
blessing.
situated, yeah.
Yeah. So in the dream, I went into a store with my boys and we were just walking around the store. And I ain't had much money. And there was a man that came in the store. And in the dream, I remember what the man had on everything. He had on some brown khakis. He looked like money. He had on brown khakis and a white like dress shirt. And he was getting his stuff. And he kept, you know how you feel somebody looking at you? Now, this is a dream now, but in the dream, it's like, I'm like, this man keep looking at me. So the man came up to me and he said, ma'am, these your boys? Because the boys, they kept picking up stuff like, Mom, I like this, I like that. I'm like, my God, I can't afford it. God, come on, God, I belong to you. I'm your child. We can live in the land of milk and honey. God, I need you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the dream.
Yeah.
So the man said, them your boys? I said, yeah. He said, go ahead, get what they want. I'll pay for it. That was my dream. So I go on to sleep, however it go. That morning, I told my boys, I said, y'all get up. We finna go to this store. I ain't know what store I was going to.
obedient.
Right. I said, y'all get up. We about to go to this store. So we went to the store downtown Fayetteville. And every man was coming in. A man even spoke to me. A man even in my dream, like how it was. He said, this your boys? Yes, sir. Oh, them respectable young guys. I see them walking around. I'm like, okay, God, this man. I'm getting happy. God, for real. God, for real. God, for real. This God, you finna do it like that in front of my face. I just drink. God, that's what you gonna do. This what this is. But he is like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But anyway, I kept saying this, and then the man just walked. He was like, well, okay, y'all be blessed, whatever. And then I heard something say, call Charlie. I'm like, Charlie, God, that's not what you said. You said a man, but who am I to question him?
Yeah.
You know, because if that man would have done it, that wouldn't have been what God wanted, and it would have been a mess. You know, I would have made a mess trying to do it on my own.
Right.
So I ignored it the first time. I'm like, God, I just met her. How am I ask her for something like this? And then I was embarrassed because my homelessness situation and what I was going through. Then I'm like, God, then I'm gonna have to tell her what I'm going through. But I didn't. No, I didn't, because God had already talked to you. So when I heard it again, call Charcy. When I called Charcy, when I called her, the only thing she said was, where you at?
Yeah.
I told her, and she came to me. And just like in a dream, how that guy did, she did it. What they want? Okay, well, we're going to put this together. How much you got? Matter of fact, don't worry about it. Keep what you got. I got this. And when I say we look like we walked on the red carpet, it may be small to somebody else, but that thing was big to me because I never had nobody to come to me and mean that thing. That you're not giving me something to get something back from me. And the fact that now I understand that the things that I went through in life with the drugs, with homelessness, with suicidal thoughts, depression, feeling like I don't have nobody, not even believing in God at one point in my life, I realize now I had to go through that.
Oh, yeah. You had to.
For God to say, okay, how many times I got to tell you I'm who I say I am, girl?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
How
And
many
it's
times?
It's funny because, y'all, I did not know anything. You know, I just be obedient, you know. And I do talk to God just like I talk to regular people. And I remember when she called me and I was at work, and for those that know, I do hair, and I was in the middle of a client, and my client that I had, she was like, you know, I'm here with you all day, girl, you know, go ahead and take what you need. So when she called me, she didn't ask for anything. She just said, you know, I'm down here at Sonny's getting the boys' stuff together. I was like, oh, okay.
That's all I said.
And I was like, I'm on my way, not knowing what's going to happen. But I heard, you know, God say, go to her. So I'm coming on my way driving down there. I remember saying to the Spirit, okay, now I'm about to give you this invoice, God. I don't know what you about to help me do, but I'm about to send this invoice to you. And when I walked in, and I was like, you know, the boys is all happy. And when I say these boys are,
when they send you, they were so happy.
They work for God like no other. And I mean, it's like amazing to see the smiles and how they, you know, like it's phenomenal. Yes. So I was like, okay, I came in, and you know, they was just talking about what they can't get and da-da-da-da. And I was like, y'all working for God. Ain't no way y'all gonna lose any kind of weight.
That's right.
You know, so I was just like, okay, God, I'm about to do what you need me to do. Sir, how much is it? Swipe. I have to get back to work. Y'all have a blessed day.
Left.
And I left. So she told me the dream afterwards. And I was like, okay, God, now it makes sense. And I mean, like I said, it just don't make it. I mean, to know how he works, it's just amazing. It's a peaceful. I can't even explain it. If you've been through it, you'll understand what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't do anything for no credit. I always say to you, you know, tell God thank you for using me, because he can use anybody. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You know, it's all about who he want to use. And I'm just being obedient, because I know when I do something, then guess what? He give it back to you 10 times more. So that's just what it is, and I don't question it at all. But I thank God all the time for just allowing me to help him bless people. You know what I'm saying? And just because he can choose anybody. I mean, people has blessed me, and I thank him for put people in my life, because that's how I'm able to bless people. Do I have a lot? No, I do not. But I have just enough, and I'm in my right state of mind. I can tell you that, and I have a relationship with God. I can tell you that, and I dare anybody to question that or ask him. But it's not. It's not about money. You know, it's not. It's definitely not. Definitely
it's not, because even though you might have helped me in that way, it wasn't even about that.
Right.
Now I know I have a friend for real. The spiritual. When I say, sis, look, I'm going through it. Okay, girl, let's fast and pray. How you want to do it? Let's do our water. Let's fast and pray. And when I say when we fast and pray, because now I love to pray.
Yes.
I love it. I lay on my face all day. Because I remember when I laid on my face to get to where I'm at. So now I don't mind. I don't mind. But it ain't about money or none of that. But when you know you have that friend for real, you know, with all the mishaps in your life and all that, people being fake and stuff, and you know that they for God for real.
Because there's a lot of church hurt out there.
Oh man, church hurt. Ooh.
It's a lot, and it's a time. It's a time out for that fake stuff.
Oh yeah,
because God is real.
God gonna, like he said, first gonna be last be first.
That part.
The first one he gonna judge. He's on that pulpit.
Yes.
But guess what? I don't even want to be. God, let me be in the seat in the stands, because I'm gonna make it in. I don't even want to be in the pulpit.
Right.
God, just hit me on the floor.
Because
I'm gonna make it in. As long as I'm real with him, he gonna be real with me.
Yeah.
And it's nothing right now that I will go back.
Yeah.
Because now I got my mind. I'm at peace. I got my boys. We're in a nice home. I have a good friend, Charcy. And I am for God. And I represent it all day long. I ain't got to wear no sign on my back. I'm saved. Because if you can't see the glow, that's your problem. You know. But long as me and God know, we got me and him, got that understanding. It is what it is. But to God be the glory.
And we all go through. You know, we still, you know, we to this day, we still go through. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the devil's job, to test you and to see how far he can push you and try to make you feel like, oh God, you know, where he at now. And he always there.
You remember some days I used to be like that, I'll call you at the shop. And I'm like, sis, I got to come. I got to come to the shop. And you will look at me and know something wrong. But as soon as I walk in there, you know, because, you know, when you walk into the church, the atmosphere is supposed to be right where no matter what you're going through, that's supposed to change you. That's how I felt when the devil kept trying me. And one thing the devil keep trying you with is the stuff in the past. Because right now he can't use that because he can't even get through. But he going to try. He going to try. But when he do that, I'm going to go even harder. Fast and pray. Call my prayer partner. Call my partner that'll fast and pray. We don't mind not eating all day.
Yes.
To make sure I get my deliverance and to get what I need. I'm for God, y'all. That's all I can say. I'm for God.
Well, is there anything you would like to tell somebody out there that may, be going through what you went through, or suicidal, or on drugs, or, trying to get, to that next point?
Yeah.
Is there something that you like to tell them something to people that, let them know how they can come out of it, because they need to know.
I would just like to say, just keep praying. No matter how hard it may be, no matter how many times you want to give up, you may hear that voice, no, he ain't going to be there for you. That's what the devil going to do. He going to make you think it's not going to get better. But I'm going to tell you it will. It'll get better before it get worse.
Yes.
It can't get no worse. So if you're already down to your last, you can't do nothing but go up. So depend on God, trust in God. Mm-hmm. Just don't give up on him. Hold to his hand. He'll walk with you. He'll be that light to your footstool. God will do it. Trust me.
Yes.
I've been there. He'll do it.
I thank you so much for, encouraging.
Thank you.
Because like I say all the time, this is about helping somebody out there. I know it's somebody out there that you can relate to. I pray it's somebody out there that you can relate to, for the people that I bring on this show, because that's what it's all about. And I hope that you enjoyed this show. Until next time, we will see you again. Make sure you check out the previous shows. And for those for that website, we have it coming as soon as possible. So be tuned. And thank you again.
I'm for God.